Good morning, children. Yesterday I had sent question answer of chapter 1 and chapter 4. Few students had demanded that the question answers from those lessons, so I had sent again. I am sure that you might have noted all those things. Today I have planned to teach you again. Once I have taught you, but few parts I had not completed. But I will start from the very beginning. Few students have not noted it. Reported speech, direct and indirect narration. There are two ways of presenting any speech, reporting a speech, whether ours or someone else. If we listen any sentence spoken by anyone and we present that sentence in the same way in the language of the speaker, that is called direct speech. But when we change it to in our own language and present it to others, that is called indirect speech. If your father has told you something, and how did he tell you the statement, what statements he made, you have listened, and the same statement if you are presenting to the teacher or the principal in what your father has said, that is called direct speech. But when you change his statement in your language and present in different way, that is called indirect speech. We may quote the actual words, that is to report the speech exactly as we had heard or said, without making any change. In the same way, whatever, if everybody say, I will teach you, and you are also saying, I will teach you. My father said, comma, inverted comma, I shall teach you. If you are presenting the same thing as the speaker had spoken, that is called direct speech. But when you are changing that in your language, my father told me that he would teach me, that is changed. It is called indirect speech. We may report what is said without quoting the exact words or changing their meaning. This is called indirect. If we change, meaning does not change, but there are certain changes of conjunction and helping verb, pronoun, and subject object may be changed if required. For example, his friend said, I am going tomorrow. This is direct in the same way as the friend has spoken. And if we change it in our language, we can say his friend said that he was going. He was going tomorrow. Tomorrow changes into the next day. Yesterday, the previous day. Today into that day. I will tell you everything how to change. You can see that in the first example, the first part of the sentence which is before the comma, you can see his friend said, there is comma after that. I will give you the written material also, but listen to me very carefully. His friend said, there is comma. Then after that, between inverted comma, there is a statement. The statement between inverted commas is called direct speech. And the uh, verb just before the single comma, he said, this is reporting verb, and he is called reporter. The subject of reporting verb is called reporter. So note down these terms: reporter, reporting verb, and reported speech, because these words I will use always, and where you have to change, you must know what is reporting verb, what is reported speech, and what is reporter or subject. Okay. It will be noticed that in changing the direct speech in direct, certain changes have been made. What are the changes? Comma we have removed. Remove all commas, inverted comma and single comma. After the verb, after reporting verb, there is comma. We have to remove that, and the inverted commas are also removed, and simply that conjunction is used. Okay. The pronoun I of reported speech has been changed to he. The pronoun means whenever we change from direct to indirect, after conjunction, he said to me that. After that, whatever word comes except proper noun is the name of any person, place, or thing. Name Mohan, Sohan, the Himalay, or Mount Everest, or anything, whatever name is there, any name, proper noun, and I, always capital. I and proper noun are always written in capital letter. I never comes in small letter. I am a boy, I am boy. But when you change the pronoun, the first letter after conjunction is a small letter except I and proper noun. Okay. How to change from direct to indirect? There are certain rules. When the reporting verb or principal verb, the verb said is past tense. If I said he has said, it is present perfect tense. So be careful which tense is there. He will say is future tense. He has said present perfect tense. He is saying present continuous tense. You must have clear idea of tenses. How will you identify which tense you are going to change? Unless you know the tenses, you cannot change from direct to indirect. You must have that clear idea. And I am sure that previously I have made all these things clear. So when the reporting verb is present tense or future tense, means he says or he will say. If there is he says or he will say, then the tense of reported speech does not change. The tense of reported speech does not change. Example I am telling you. The girl says, see the example, the girl says, I may not sing today. The girl says is present tense. So what changes I am going to make? The girl says that she may not sing that day. Only pronoun has been changed, but the tense of indirect speech has not changed. Has not been changed. She may not, I may not. If suppose that the verb was the girl said, I may not sing today. Then how will it change? What will it change? The girl said that I is changed into she. She may change into past tense. She might not sing today that day. Today change into that day. Now I want to make it clear how does the tense changes. How does the tense of direct indirect speech changes. Okay. The present tense change into past tense. If the if the indirect speech in past tense, present tense, present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. All present tense changes into past tense. When the reporting verb is in past tense. Otherwise, if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, the tense of reported speech does not change. Only pronoun is changed or other things are changed, but tense remains the same. Am I clear? Listen to me very carefully, each and every word I am speaking, then your doubt will be clear. Example I have said, he said, I am quite well. The said is past tense. Then there will be the change of I am quite well. This is indirect speech, it will change. The statement I am quite well is direct speech. When we change it, it becomes indirect speech. He said that he was quite well. In place of I have used he pronoun, and I am is present tense, but here present tense will change into past tense when the reporting verb is in past tense. He was quite well. But when the reporting verb is present tense, Suppose that he says, S-A-Y-S, it is present tense. He says, I am quite well. Then what will be the changes? He says that, S-A-Y-S, that he is quite well. I am quite well, present tense. He is quite well, also present tense. Only pronoun I have changed. So I am is used with I and is used with he. So pronoun I have changed. According to the subject I have changed the verb, but tense remains the same. I think that I am clear. Suppose that one example I am taking from future tense. Rahim will say, this is future tense. Rahim will say. Will say is reporting verb in future tense. Rahim will say, I have not done my work. I have not done my work. What will be changes? Rahim will say that I, in place of I am using he. With I we use have. With he, see it as singular number. We use has. He has not done. No change. I have done. He has. I have not done. He has not done. I have not done is present tense and he has not is also present. Present perfect tense, present perfect, both are same. No changes have been made. There is no change. Rahim will say, I have not done my work. And indirect, Rahim will say that he has not done his work. He has not done his work. Same example I will send you. You will make it clear when with my video I am teaching you. Okay. How does the pronoun change? How does the pronoun change? First person pronoun of indirect reported speech, the speech. Suppose that example I am taking, the girl says, I may not sing. I. This is first person. I, we, first person. You, I, me, first person. I, we, first person. You, thou, second person. And he, she, it, they, third person pronoun. So with I, we use I, me, my. He, with he, we are using he, him, his. Him is objective case and his is possessive case. He is doing his work. I will teach him. Him is objective. And this is his book. This is possessive case. So case. So when we talk about case, I will discuss other things very deeply. But think about that. He is he, his, him, I, my, me, and they, their, them object. There is possessive. In the same way, she, her, she, her, hers. Her, both are same. Her. He, his, him. His is possessive. Him is objective. I, we, our, we, or us. We are doing our work. Please help us. Us. Object of we is us. When we change we into object, it becomes us. Please help us. We must be helped. You are requested to help us. If I say, my father said to me, you should help us, then us is the objective case of we. I, me, my, he, his, him, she, her, his, they, their, them, you, your, yours, you, your, yours, and it, its, it, its, its, its. Okay. People are shouting here. Okay. How does the word expressing nearness in time or place are generally changed into words expressing today? Today becomes that day, tomorrow the next day, Yesterday, the previous day, now it becomes then, and here becomes there. Ago becomes before, last night becomes the previous day. Previous day. This becomes that. Huh? Direct, he said, example I am telling, I am glad to be here this evening. I am glad to be here this evening. There is the indirect. He said that he was glad to be there that evening. He said that he was glad to be there that evening. Means this evening I have changed into that evening. This becomes that. But that does not become this. The changes do not occur if the speech is reported during the same period or at the place. For example, I says I am glad to be here this evening. He says that he is glad. Tense I am not changed. He is glad to be here this evening. This is present tense. The sentence is present tense because it was happening just before the speaker. I am repeating the sentence. The changes do not occur. There is no change. If the speech is reported during the same period or at the place. Change of person already I have told you. First person pronoun in direct speech change according to the subject of the reporting verb. Subject is, suppose that he says I am going to Delhi. He says I am going to Delhi. He says that he is going to Delhi. I is first person. So we have to change considering subject of the reporting verb. He is the subject. He says that. I is removed. In place of I, we are using he. And with he, we are using is. He is going to Delhi. Second person pronouns change according to the noun or pronoun coming after the reporting verb. I said to Mohan, you will have to read. I said to Mohan, so I told Mohan that in place of you is second person and object is Mohan. Mohan is a boy, so I have removed you, and in place of you I have to use he. If there were the name of a girl, I said to Sita, then in place of he I would have used she. In place of he I would have used she because Sita is name of a girl. So he would have to read. I said to Mohan that I said to in place of said to becomes told. I told Mohan that he would have to read. And now come to the third person pronoun. There is no change in third person pronoun. For example, third person I have told you he, she, it, they. No change in pronoun. Rita said to me, he will be defeated. He will be defeated. Rita told me, said to becomes told me that tense there will be change in tense, but pronoun does not change. Rita told me that he would be defeated. Will be is present future means he will future indefinite, but will becomes would when we change from direct to indirect. He would be defeated. Will be in place of will be I have written would be. I think I am clear. Now let's come to attempt the interrogative sentences. There are two types of interrogative sentences. First one it starts with helping verb, and the second interrogative is WH words. Who, what, when, where, whose. Whose book is this? Where are you going? Why are you crying? Who is there? Like this. Who, what, whom, how, like this. Who, what, where, whom, when, whose, how. So let's start with the helping verb at first. If the interrogative word starts with helping verb, then we don't use conjunction that. That conjunction is not used. In place of that, we use if or whether, and the sentence in direct speech will change into a simple sentence. After changing to simple sentence in your mind, you have to change the tense. I am repeating. The interrogative sentence is changed into simple sentence. Then required changes of tenses will be followed. And in place of that conjunction, we use if or whether, if or whether, anyone which suits better when you are reading the sentence. Example I am telling you. He said, "Will you listen to such a man?" He said, and one thing more. In place of said, we use asked. ASKED. Ask, past form of ask. He asked them whether will you listen to such a man, whether they would listen to such a man. Them is just imaginary object. If suppose that he is talking to other person, third person, he said, and it is imaginary, he said to them. He said to them means he asked them. When we change into direct and indirect, said to becomes asked, and then them object comes. Will you listen to such? So will you listen changes into simple sentence. You will listen to such a man. Interrogative sign is removed, inverted comma is removed, and interrogative sentence is changed into simple sentence. Will you listen will be changed into you will listen. Am I clear? Will you listen is interrogative, but when we write you will listen, it is simple sentence. You will listen. Now see, you is second person pronoun. That changes according to the object. Object of reporting verb. I have considered that them is the third object. He said to them. With them, we use they. They, them, there. I am clear? Am I clear? He said, he asked them whether, will you listen? Will you listen? So, you will listen, they will would. Will change into would. They would listen to such a man. Sometimes children are confused that they are changing will into would, and at the same time listen into listened. That will be incorrect. Only will be used, will into would. Otherwise there is no change. Will would, shall should, can could, may might, will would, can could, may might, shall should. Okay. Okay. He said, will you listen to such a man? He asked them whether they would listen to such a man. Am I clear? Let's see the example of WH words. He said to me, what are you doing? See the interrogative sentence, what? If interrogative sentence starts with WH words, think what, where, whose, whom, when, okay? Then we don't use that conjunction. We don't use if or whether. Then what will you use? We will use that WH words will work as conjunction. Who, what, where, when, whose, whatever words comes, WH words comes, that will work as conjunction. That conjunction or if or whether will not be used. Don't get confused. When interrogative sentence starts with WH word means WHAT what, WHOSE whose, WHEN when, WHERE where. Okay. If these words comes in the beginning of interrogative sentence, the sentence starts with this word will work as conjunction, and the sentence is changed into simple sentence. After changing sentence into simple sentence in your mind, make changes of tenses if required. Very simple. Step by step, you have to think, use your mind, then you will not make any mistakes. And if you make so many practices, you will be competent and you will be uh, capable to change at once. Well, you ask me any sentence, I will tell you at once. I will not take time because I have command over the things. In the same way, practice makes a man perfect. If you do it again and again, you will be confident doing it. You will be confident in doing it. You will be sure that whatever sentence comes, I will be able to change. But listen to me very carefully. Example I am telling. He said to me, "What are you doing?" He said to change into asked. He asked me. Then remove all commas, single comma, inverted comma, remove. He asked me, "What are you doing?" Change into you are doing. What you are doing? You are, you second person pronoun will change into according to object. What is object? Me. He said to me. Me is object of reporting verb. Reporting verb is said, and he is reporter. He said to me. He reporter said reporting verb, and me is object. So me is I. Me is used with I. So I will remove you. In place of you, I will write I. In past tense with I we use was. I was. He was. So I was doing. He asked me what I was doing. Second example, he said to me, "Where are you going?" He asked me where I was going. My father said to me, "What are you doing?" My father said to my sister, "What are you doing?" My father asked my sister. Sister is feminine gender. My father asked my sister what she was doing. In place of you, I have written she because sister is feminine gender. So, if my father said to my brother, then I would have used my father asked my brother what he was doing. My father asked my sister what she was doing. My father asked my mother what she was doing. I think I am clear. Even then, if you are doubtful about anything, you can send any sentence and inquire about that. If you have problem to change any sentence in direct into indirect, you can ask on my number. You can ask through the group. Okay, I will tell you. There will be no confusion. Okay. Actually, blackboard is not available at my home, so I am telling you each and every word slowly. Where you are likely to make mistake, I am just indicating that. And if you are slightly careful, you will not make any mistake. Changes of commands and request order according to the sentence, whether it is command or request, we have to make certain change in reporting verb. In reporting commands and requests, the indirect speech is introduced by some verb expressing. For example, we can say, see, Ganguly said to Mahmood, "Go away, go away." I think it seems to be an order. Ganguly said to Mahmood means said to change into order. This the sense according to sentence we get the sense that it is an order. Ganguly ordered Mahmood to go. So what conjunction we have used? There is no conjunction that, what, when, where, nothing is there. Only infinitive we use to go. My father said to me, call the police. My father asked me to call the police. Just before the verb we use to. The principal said to the visitor. The principal said to the visitor, "Please wait here till I return." Please is a request. Somebody had come to see the principal. So principal said, "Please wait here till I return." it was a request by the principal. So you can change like this. The principal requested the visitor. Said to is removed. In place of said to, we use requested. The principal requested the visitor. Please is also removed. For what he had requested? To wait. To wait, here change into there. To wait there till he returned. Tense is changed. But according to sense, we certain changes are made in reporting verb. Said to is changed into requested. I am repeating, the principal said to the visitor, please wait here till I return. What changes will you make? The principal requested the visitor to wait there till he returned. Second example, he said to the students, don't make a noise. I think it was a remark by the, it was an order by the teacher. So then there is a verb forbid, Forbid. Forbid means to restrict from doing anything. Forbid, forbade, forbidden. If such type of sentences, negative sentences come in direct speech, don't go there, don't sit here, don't make a noise like this. In place of said to, we use forbade. Forbid, first form, forbade, second form, forbade. The students, for what? To make unwise. To forbade is itself negative. In place of forbade, if we are writing, he said to the students, he advised the students. Listen to me carefully. He advised the students not to make. If advised is used, we use not to make unwise. If forbade is used, not is not used, because forbid itself is negative. He said to the students to make a noise. He forbade the students to make a noise, and it can be spoken like this: he advised the students not to make a noise. If advise is used, not will be used. If forbade is used, not will not be used. Am I clear? Now, for exclamation and wishes. Hello, brother, how are you? Hip, hip, hooray. Well done, bravo. Oh my God, oh my God. Alas, his father dead. Different type of exclamations are there. According to exclamation, the feelings changes are made. For example, he said, alas, I am ruined. R-U-I-N-E-D, ruined. So, this is expression of sorrow. He exclaimed with sorrow or sadly. He exclaimed, Exclaimed, exclaimed with sorrow or sadly. You can write with sorrow, S-O-R-R-O-W, or sadly. Both are correct. He exclaimed sadly that I am ruined, he was ruined. First person, I am ruined is first person, so it changes according to subject, he. Second example, he said, bravo, you have won the well. You have won the battle, or you have done well. Bravo. It is applause. Applause means congratulations. With you are praising. The word is applaud. Applaud. Applaud is the word to congratulate somebody with happiness. This word is used when you want to express such type of feeling. He applauded him, saying that he had done well. Bravo is not used. Bravo, with the word we can get this idea that there is applause. He applauded him, saying that he had done well. It is very important sentence. You can note it down. He applauded him, saying that he had done well. Okay. Must and need not. How will it change? if there is must and need not. In some cases, these two are used in place of have to. In place of must and need not, we remove must and need not and we use have to. Example I am telling, he said, I must go now. I must go now. He said that he had to go, now change into then, he had to go then. He had to go then. In place of must, I have used had to. And go is already first form. He had to go. When to comes before a verb, we use when to comes before a verb, first form means after to we get first form of the verb. To go, to went is wrong. To write, to wrote is wrong. After to, first form of the verb is come. Because when to comes before a verb, it becomes infinitive. Okay, next example I want to tell. He said, I need not go. In place of need not, he said that he would not have to go. Need not is removed and we use he would not have. Would not have to go. He would not have to go. Sometimes must is used in place of should, would, have to. When it expresses necessity or compulsion. Notice it is very important sentence. He said, I must finish this book on Monday. It is compulsory. Anyhow, you have to finish this work. He said that he would have to finish that book on Monday. He said that he would have to finish that book on Monday. In in place of must, I will use he would have to. Would have to finish that book on Monday. All right, but in some sentences, be careful. There is an exception. But in some sentences, when must indicates some kind of advice or suggestion, in those sentences must remains must. When there is any advice or suggestion, then must does not change. Must remains must. Suppose that I said, my father said, you must go there. It was suggestion. My father told me that I must go there. No change there. I must go there. My father said to me, you must go there. My father advised me that I must go there. Okay. I think direct is quite very clear to you. You will not have to face any problem. If even then, if you are doubtful about certain rules or certain things are not clear, you can ask. Write your questions on paper and send it to me. I will change from direct into indirect if required. Okay. If you have any problem, you can write your problem on a paper and ask how to change into indirect speech. I will tell you how to change. At first, you should try yourself. Even then you are not capable to do, then you should ask. Tomorrow I will tell you how to change means sentence transformation. In your exam you are having rearranging words. How to rearrange words. These what I have taught you direct speech. It is used in dialogue completion. Some statements are given. You have to change into. You have to certain blanks are given. If you know the rules, what are the changes are to be made, you will make yourself. Otherwise, you will make mistakes due to lack of knowledge. That is checked whether you have idea the rules of dialogue completion or not. Do you know how to change from direct to indirect? What changes are required? If you know, you will not make any mistakes. If there is 3 marks, you will get 3 marks. You must be confident on grammar section. If you have confidence in grammar, if you have confidence on yourself, then you are supposed not to make any mistake when you are writing any question related to literature. You can think and use your mind, whatever ideas comes to you. You can make your sentences and write correctly. If you are doubtful about sentence structure, you can never be able to speak. Whatever sentence you have to speak in present tense, you will speak in past tense because you have lack of information. Be careful which tense is used where. Suppose that in report writing, if I tell you report writing, it is always in past tense because you present report of certain things when the event is over. After observing all those things, you are presenting it to others, so it is in past tense. Tomorrow I will tell you sentence transformation and rearranging of words to make complete sentence. Okay, then I will provide you certain homework through gap fillings. How will you fill it? If you have idea of changing from, I've told you everything, preposition, determiners, active voice, passive voice, direct, indirect. Even then, if you are making mistakes, you are responsible. Then you will be responsible for that. So don't take the classes carelessly. Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep yourself safe.